The course of history is filled with bizarre coincidences and unbelievable chance events that don't seem probable yet happened. From famous figures having unlikely links to ironic parallels across centuries. The past is dotted with mystifying coincidences that make you think, what are the odds? In this video, we will uncover mind-bending historical coincidences that sound made up but are absolutely true. From doppelganger leaders to twin tragedies decades apart. These coincidental occurrences from history will amaze you with their improbability. Can blind coincidence alone explain these events? Or is something deeper at play in the cosmic fabric of history? Skeptics and believers alike will be intrigued by these epic historical coincidences that challenge our very conception of chance. Let's dive in. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams died on the same day. This first one is too coincidental to believe. Former U.S. presidents and friends turned rivals. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both passed away on the very same day. July 4, 1826, on the 50th anniversary of American independence. Quite a symbolic date for these two founding fathers to depart together on. The odds seem infinitesimally small that these two giants would breathe their last in tandem on this historic day. Edgar Allan Poe's time machine here, one that's sent shivers down literature buffs' spines for generations. In his 1838 novel, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym, Edgar Allan Poe has 4 shipwreck survivors draw straws to determine who to eat. They draw identical length straws. In real life in 1884, 46 years later, a shipwrecked crew drawing straws had the same exact coincidence happen. An eerie case of life imitating fiction half a century before. How could Poe have predicted this? Booth brothers' paralleled assassinations, doppelgangers and lookalikes populate history. But none as coincidental as the Booth brothers. Edwin Booth saved Abraham Lincoln's son from being hit by a train. Years later, his brother John Wilkes Booth went on to assassinate President Lincoln at Ford's Theater. 2 brothers with unbelievable connections to the same legendary president. Mark Twain's comet premonition when Halley's Comet passed in 1910. Mark Twain joked he expected to go out with it when it returned 75 years later. Sure enough, Twain died the very day it returned in 1986. The odds that he'd live exactly long enough to witness its return seem astronomically slim. But somehow, he predicted his own fate with comet-like precision. Titanic and Titan disasters 14 years apart. In 1898, a fictional novella called The Wreck of the Titan envisioned an unsinkable ship named Titan that met calamity and sank in the North Atlantic. 14 years later, this fiction proved prophetic when the real RMS Titanic infamously struck an iceberg and sank shockingly close to how the novella described. A truly uncanny literary fortune-telling. And many more coincidences await inside. Be sure to stay tuned to hear even more improbable coincidences from across history. Like how assassins with the same first and last name killed 2 different world leaders 2 decades apart. Crazy coincidences like these make history come alive with mystery. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe after watching too. Join our community uncovering the juiciest bits of the past.